Today we're talking to St Albans City manager Ian Allinson on a very hot bank holiday Monday when the Saints moved off the bottom of the National League South table with a 2-1 victory at Clarence Park over Concord Rangers. Well, I thought, Ian, after watching that cricket yesterday and that incredible turnaround, promotion from here should be a doddle, shouldn't it? We've got our win, we're on our way.
I think it's just nice to, first and foremost, it's nice to get 3 points. I think that's the most important thing. And it's not nice sitting over the weekend, sitting bottom of the table. It's not something that I've been used to over the last couple of years, and it hurts since Saturday. So, first, most important thing was make sure we get off the bottom. Second most thing is to get 3 points and get a win, because it will start to take its toll on the players and the supporters and the football club if we don't win a game of football. And the nice thing today is we've got a game. We won a game. Second half we really struggled in the heat up the hill. They put us under immense amount of pressure, and we've had to ride our luck on a couple of occasions. But you know, we said, you know, we played well at Billericay on Saturday, played well at Dartford, and done it okay in other games, and we picked nothing up for it. So it was nice sometimes to play not great, but pick up 3 points.
Concord, I thought started really strongly, first 7 minutes or so, but when we had our first effort after that, the rest of the first half, we had enough chances to wrap it up, really.
Yeah, we did, but I think that, you know, as I said, you know, the slope today has been a massive advantage in terms of trying to get up the park, because I don't think people realise, unless you're actually out in that heat, you don't realise how hot it was today. And I think Saturday was 29 degrees, and I think it was up around 33 today, so that took its toll. I mean, we've had to sub Tom Bender at half-time through heat exhaustion. Taylor Miles was exactly the same situation. We've managed to cool Taylor down at half-time, got some towels around him, got some drinks and energy drinks into him, and he's managed to get through the second half. But you know, even some of the other lads, James Kolotsky and people like that, you know, they've struggled in the heat for the 2 games. And you know, when they put these fixtures along, I know a lot of people have moaned and whined, and I've done it in the past, but you probably can't allow for the weather we've had over the last 2 days, but surely they should be looking at giving us a bit of a break at the beginning of the season. That's 7 games now. I think that's at 3 weeks now, isn't it? Or 4 weeks. We've been at 3 weeks, I think it's been going. And you know, it's 7 games already, so 8th game on Saturday in 4 weeks, so there's not been much of a break, but we know what it's going to be like. The squad's been really tested today, but the heat, you know, we've got to be careful playing in this sort of heat, 2 games in 48 hours, because the recuperation that the players had hasn't been good enough over the last 48 hours.
Well, there's no chance of getting Monday off this time next year, because there's 4 extra games to squeeze in. We worry about that then when we get to it. You mentioned a couple of players wilting in the heat. Albert Adu started really strongly, but he was one who faded as well, I guess.
Well, you know, as I said, I feel a little bit sorry for Albert, because he sat on the bench for the first 6 games. He's had 1 or 2 little cameos, but you know, he's shown us a hell of a lot in training, and I just felt we needed to try and get some fresh legs in there today by obviously by putting him in there. Was obviously fresh, and he was very bright early on. I felt he had his opportunities. He got in once or twice. And you know, he's just got to hit the target on a couple of occasions, but I feel overall for him to do 90 minutes after not playing in the first 6 games was outstanding. You know, and he's feeling a little bit tired in there and a little bit sorry for himself, but you know, he's played a major factor in us getting the 3 points today, and from a team's effort, that's been fantastic.
The freshest legs out there was a pair of legs that got just about the biggest cheer of the afternoon. Zane Banton, when he came off the bench for his first game since breaking his leg at Chippenham in the spring. He looks sprightly, and he also had to survive one hefty challenge. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Zane, you know, we knew we were at the stage now where we could give him the 20-25 minutes at this stage now. We can't kill him. We've got to break him in slowly. But he's had a couple of challenges like that in training, so we knew he was ready. So you know, there was one particular last Tuesday where he's gone in with another lad, and you know, it was a hefty challenge, but he withstood it. He felt a little bit of pain, and he's carried on from there. So he's going to get these things as the season goes on. But again, we just got to try and protect him now and bring him through nice and slowly, because I think we see in that little 20 minutes there that when he does get the ball, he keeps the ball well for us, and he's a great asset to have back at this stage of the season. 4 goals in 7 games for Joe Ishifano. Terrific start. Yeah, and as I say, he takes up some great little positions, and I think we get a little bit frustrated with him, because just a little bit more composure in and around them areas, he probably could have had more goals, but you can't knock him at the end of the day. In a team that struggled to score goals, in a team that struggled to create chances at times, to go and get 4 goals already is a great return. But he's a pest, he's a pain in the backside, and I think you see the one early on where we've hit the post and it's come out, and Joe's there. Joe will score
and it's hit the goalkeeper, I think, on the back of the head and gone out for a corner. So he's great in them areas. We've got to keep working on what his strengths are, and getting any balls in and around that 18-yard box. He'll come alive, and he will score goals for us the rest of the season.
You mentioned how strongly Concord were coming at us late in the game. It's then 87 minutes. We got our second goal. Terrific goal by Darren Foxley, very similar to the free kick he scored for Hungerford against us last season.
Yeah, exactly, and it was good because I was able to give Darren a bit of the rest today. I think it's been tough for him. He's come in and had 6 games again in that period, just over 3 weeks, and it was nice to just give him a bit of a rest. You know, Reece Morell's come in and done well on Saturday. Had another reaction again today. He's done well in the first half again, got very tired, hasn't played much football, but it allowed me to rotate the wingers today, which was good. And then, you know, when we got a little bit tired late on, I was able to bring Zane and Darren on, which obviously give us a little bit of fresh legs in wide areas. And I felt that settled us down, and when we went 2-0 up, I felt we could just see the game out. But to be fair, they've gone and scored a worldie as well in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Brett McGavin.
Correct, yeah.
Terrific strike, and we were hanging on a bit after that.
We was, yeah. I mean, it's the same, but it's the same. I've got to be careful that we don't take away from what the players have done today and Saturday in terms of the heat, because, as I say, I didn't realise until I walked out of the shade at the end of the game just to thank the supporters and some of the players how hot it was out there. It was stiflingly hot. Players have lost a lot of fluid during that game. I mean, you know, we agreed before the game that we'd have a water break. Why after half an hour, I ain't got a clue. I mean, surely you should go after 22.5 minutes. I don't know why, but some people make silly rules up as they go along. So there you go. So with 15 minutes to go, we've had another water break, and maybe just dismantled them a little bit in terms of their concentration. And we managed to go and get our second goal, which I felt would calm us down a little bit, because we was hanging on. And you know, experience will tell you that, you know, when you've gone 6 games at the start of the season and you've not won a game and you're bottom of the table, you know, you just long for that first win, and hopefully that will bring the confidence back now over the next couple of weeks.
Well, taking confidence from these 2 good performances over the weekend to Slough Town at Arbour Park on Saturday. They made a slow start as well. They beat Bath City on Saturday. I don't know their result today.
They beat Dulwich 3-2 today. So
they've had a very good weekend as well.
Yeah, they've had a good weekend. But they're a good side. I said all along, I felt they would be up there in the playoffs for this season. So a bit amazed really in terms of the slow start they had, but obviously they're not sure in terms of where they are with injuries or players have not been available. So, you know, they're back to where they was last year. Last year they've had 2 great results over the weekend. So, you know, we're going to have to go there this weekend and try and take something out of the game. But as we've said all along, there is no easy games in this league. And when you get an opportunity like we did today, we've got to grab them 3 points, because there'll be lots of times this year when you might struggle in games, and as I say, when you get an opportunity to pick a point up, you've got to do it, and that's what disappointed me more with Saturday and some of the other games that we've not picked up that point. Dulwich away, you know, the 2 points there that we've probably thrown away in the last couple of minutes, where again today they've scored 3 minutes from the end and we're hanging on there again. But full credit to the players, as I say. You know, I'm not going to take nothing away from them for what they've done this weekend, because we asked them to do their jobs, and in the heat they've had here for the last 48 hours, it's been immense, and some players have paid the full 90 minutes on both occasions, and I think most managers in this league will agree that a lot of their players will need a lot of rest between now and Thursday, and then obviously we've got to go Thursday for next weekend, and then we've got to go again Tuesday against Wilstown here. So it doesn't stop, and then, as I say, it's and then Hungerford away, so it's going to be a tough period again next week.
What do you think the squad will be looking like for Saturday, Ian? Solomon Umwabuki and Scott Shorter?
Well, we named him on the bench today, Solomon. We did something in the warm-up where he just felt a little twinge again, so we've had to pull him out. But David Noble should be back to being fully fit. Scotty I shouldn't think would be, and Solomon maybe not. But you know, we've got Zane back as well now, so we've just got to see where we are. But the AstroTurf, it might be too quick for Solomon to play on the AstroTurf. So certainly next Tuesday against Wealdstone might be the chance we can bring him back.
Lovely, thanks so much, Ian, and congratulations on getting off the mark.
Thank you, David.
So thanks. Next in action this coming Saturday, we're down at Arbour Park away to Slough Town, National League South. Kick-off is at 3 p.m.